The lurid tales of young killers who committed unimaginable crimes at tender ages continue to haunt societies around the world. Their actions serve as grim reminders of how early trauma, neglect, or psychological instability can manifest into horrific violence. Here are 10 of the most shocking cases that have left an indelible mark on history. Mary Bell was just 11 years old when she became one of England's most infamous child killers in the late 1960s. Born into a troubled family, Bell strangled two young boys, leaving a community in horror and leading her to be placed in a reform school after her conviction. In 1993, two 10-year-olds, John Venables and Robert Thompson, carried out a chilling crime in England that shook the nation to its core. The boys abducted and brutally murdered 2-year-old James Bulger, an act that resulted in intense public outrage and a re-evaluation of the juvenile justice system. Across the Atlantic, the United States has had its share of young killers as well. Joshua Phillips, at the age of 14, murdered his 8-year-old neighbor Maddie Clifton. Phillips shockingly hid her body under his bed for a week before it was discovered, turning a community's hope into devastation. Eric Smith, a 13-year-old boy with fiery red hair and thick glasses, was another young American who committed a harrowing crime. In 1993, Smith lured 4-year-old Derek Roby into the woods and killed him in a grotesque act of violence. The case raised questions about the roots of violent behavior in children. Lionel Tate became a notorious name when, at 12 years old, he was convicted of killing a 6-year-old girl in 1999. Tate's case gained national attention as he became the youngest person in the U.S. to be sentenced to life in prison, igniting debates about juvenile sentencing. Another shocking case in the U.S. involved 11-year-old Jordan Brown, who was charged with the murder of his father's pregnant fiancée. The complexity of prosecuting such a young child for a grave crime elicits mixed feelings from the public. Going back to the 19th century, Jesse Pomeroy from the United States stands out for his gruesome acts. At just 14 years old, Pomeroy, dubbed the Boy Fiend, was responsible for a string of brutal murders and assaults on children in Boston, sating his sadistic urges. In Germany, 16-year-old Christal Weidler's crime in 1999 added her name to the list. She murdered a young boy, driven by the psychological distress stemming from her family issues. Her case underscored the potential for cumulative trauma to explode into violence. In Canada, the chilling case of sisters Christine and Saline Jackson, aged 13 and 12 respectively, shocked the nation. The siblings were convicted of a violent attack on a young child, leaving people questioning how such young minds could harbor such malicious intent. Not to be overlooked is Nachemia Weberman from the United States, who, at 13, was convicted of abducting, assaulting, and killing a young girl. The brutality of Weberman's actions left a community in disbelief, struggling to comprehend how a child could commit such atrocities. These narratives make evident the often hidden pain and turmoil in the lives of young perpetrators. Such cases bring forward crucial discussions about juvenile justice, mental health, and the importance of early intervention in troubled lives.